All right, I'm out here playing on the bus, the skoolie, and I'm not allowed to do anything without documenting it a little bit. Even the stuff, usually Mama's out here helping me. I'm gonna set this here just for a second. But she's real interested in doing all the inside stuff, get it all nice and pretty, and I'm like, bruh, I can't wait to do the mechanical stuff. I get into this 5.9 and add fuel pins and change governor springs and bust a 4-inch straight exhaust into a stack up the side, stuff like that. And all that's gonna happen. So yeah, this is we're gonna make it pretty inside and add air conditioning and, showers and waters and sinks and, stoves and ovens and all that stuff, but there's no sense in doing all that if you can't reliably get where you want to go. And this 5.9 is a first gen with the VE pump. I bought this particular bus I bought because of the power plant. It's got a 5.9 Cummins first gen VE pump with the baby turbo. We're going to bump up to an HX35 that came on the second gens with the P pump. I'm going to not go to a P pump though. I'm going to keep the rotary pump, the Bosch VE pump. Anyways, we're going to get into all that. I wanted a reliable bus, and man, the first gen 5.9s are bulletproof. They just could use a little more oomph, which is what they did in the second gen. It's got an Allison 545 transmission, which I'm not worried about. We took out, I don't know how many thousands of pounds with the seats and the subfloor, and then we're going to add a bunch of weight back in. I think the bus weighs about 12 or 13,000 pounds dry, but we took all the seats and everything out. So, I want to stay below 26,000 pounds because then I got to get a Class B if it's over 26,000 pounds. So as long as we add about 10,000 pounds, we're good. But man, they're rated at 165 horse and 200 foot-pounds of torque. I'd really like to get this thing up to about 240 horse, maybe 400 foot-pounds of torque, maybe a little more, and that's not going to be hard because they put this engine in Dodge trucks from 88, 87 to 99 or something. So the parts are out there. Anyways, what I'm doing right now is, on the back, I was talking about, we can't have these flashing lights. This is your reverse light. It's one little, I already got this one out. This is what I'm doing. It's an 1156 bulb. It's a fucking watt and a half. Those lights are just to let other people know you're backing up. I need to be able to see. So one of the things I was thinking about doing, since we got to get rid of these lights up here, I was going to turn one of them, the outside one, I was going to mimic these lights. Running light, or this is blinker only. This is running light, brake light. So I was going to turn that one into running light, brake light. And I was going to turn that one into a blinker. But I've decided I want two running lights. So I'm going to wire this up so they both running lights, running light blinker, running light brake. And then I think I'm just going to wire one of these up, not as a running light, but as a third brake light. And then, so it'll never come on until I hit the brakes and it'll illuminate red. I was thinking about turning that one into a clear light so I can see when I'm backing up, just flood the area with light. The ones on the front, I'm going to take them both off and I found 7-inch driving lights that I'm going to put up there. So instead of the orange light and the red light, we're going to have 4 KC lights. But I found these lights at Harbor Freight. They were $11.99. They're pretty bright. I already hooked it up and not in place, but I hooked it up to power and it works and it's bright. So this is the housing. This is the bulb. It's just a standard little baby bulb. This was in here like that. And I just took this out and these just have, these are 4.5-inch lights. 4.5 inches is a pretty standard size. These are called 4.5-inch lights, but that hole was like 4 3/8, maybe 4 7/16. So these lights come, you know, they have this to where you get, you know, they have a little U-bolt that you mount, and then you have a bolt that goes through there, and you can swivel this. But I don't want that. I just want it in there. I want it to be clean. So this is aluminum housing, which is pretty nice for $12. It's not plastic housing. This aluminum. I cut that off, and then I had to come. It wouldn't go in here, but I came along and I just wallered this out a little bit so that it'll fit. And I'm just, you know, how are you going to mount that? I cut it so where it'll go in there really, really tight. I'm going to tap it in. Well, I'm going to do that right now. I don't know if you can see me here, but I am tapping it in. I wallered it out so it's really, really tight. I'm going to just tap her in. I'm going to get her straight. There. I've tapped it in. And then I'm just going to come along right in here, and I'm going to run me a bead of clear silicone. And it's cool because it's got the little overhang up here. But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna silicone, man. And the little panel, I got the panel off back here, so I'm just gonna, you know, I'll probably run some silicone off in here. I mean, I could fabricate something. I mean, I could 100% fabricate something to hold that in, but I mean, dude, we got to move on to this floor. So I just wanted to show that looks clean, man. And you already know you don't want to be looking at that light when I throw it in reverse. That, nothing, I mean, who's scared of that? You're not going to see anything. That, oh, boom. Oh, boom, dude, that looks clean. You could just, man, $12 at Harbor Freight. Yeah, we're gonna do that. It's gonna be awesome. But anyways, I'm gonna cut this here. Oh yeah. Sorry for the beep beep, but look at that, baby. That is bright. And that's just one.